We need a blooper reel and just post them on Instagram every now and then.
I feel like the whole podcast is a
blooper
wheel.
We are.
Blooper wheel? A blooper reel.
Those blooper wheels will get you. Have you seen the Zach Galifianakis documentary?
No.
Where he's doing his stand-up comedy and he's like, my beard hurts.
No.
And it's like a kid with a beard. I love it so much.
This is the Witches, Magic, Murder, Mystery podcast.
Not Zach Galifianakis.
Nope.
I would love it if he joined us, though.
Let's put that on the list of things to manifest later.
What can we manifest today? Should we go get some incense?
We need to get your daughter here. She could probably manifest anything we want.
She really can.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kara.
And we're going to talk about a murder today.
Murder.
Yeah. Do we want to say anything about what today is?
Wednesday.
It's
Doomsday.
It's Wednesday. The
Day of the Dead.
It's Wednesday when we're recording. It's not Wednesday when you're listening.
No,
unless it is
on
Wednesday
Friday
when you're listening. But the point is, we're recording on the day after Election Day.
Yep.
But we don't know who won yet.
We don't, so you all tell us.
Please don't. Please don't tell us anything.
Y'all don't.
Let's just pretend it's not happening. Because, and I don't even care who wins. It's not. I shouldn't say that. I do care who wins. But right now, I feel like...
We voice our opinions.
I feel like no matter who wins, because it's so close,
yep,
it's just going to be another rough 4 years. Like,
yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if I'm the crazy one. because that really upsets me. Like, I really hate that, like, everybody's going to be arguing for another 4 years. Like, I just want people to,
Can we have peace?
I just want some peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to, like, go to Thanksgiving dinner and not worry that anybody's going to...
Attack you.
Right.
Verbally assault you.
Right. Or call me stupid for believing something different than they believe.
Poopy pants.
Yeah. Poopy pants. I just don't want anybody to call me poopy pants. That's all I'm saying. Ugh. Okay. I'm not stupid.
You're not.
Nor am I a poopy pants.
You're not that either. Or waisty pants, but we probably should be.
I'm going to have to start drinking a lot more is what I've decided.
That's what we'll start doing before the podcast episodes is just a little sipsies.
That's a great plan.
Mimosas all day, every day.
Okay, so today we have a
murder.
A Kentucky
but it's women.
murder.
It's women in Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky.
Were women murderers or women murderees?
Both.
Okay.
And it was...
Murderesses.
Yeah, murderesses?
I don't know.
It was in April of 1986.
I was 6 years old.
I was a thought.
You were...
I probably wasn't a thought.
You were
I
not
think I was a surprise, maybe.
born yet. You were... I always forget when I tell people about you, and I'm like, I can never remember how much younger Kara is than me, but she is younger than me.
Because I'm an old soul.
That's what it is. Okay, so 1986, I was 6.
And you loved crime at the time.
You
were studying...
I was a 6-year-old murderino at the time.
You were studying up on this cocaine-fueled killing spree.
I don't remember when I got into true crime, but I know that, like, when I was younger and I started to read things that weren't picture books.
Right.
I loved reading, like, mysteries.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And then it kind of graduated to, to the true crime stuff that you could find.
All, like, Google and
with
stuff.
Like, but it was, like, before Google. There wasn't Google. I remember the time when there wasn't Google. You could ask...
Google something for something.
You could ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. And whatever that text messaging thing was that you could do, and you'd, like, send a question and they'd send an answer.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't remember. I'll have to ask my friend Kristen.
You could text, but how could you text people before Google?
Maybe it was after Google. It was the time of the purple monkey on the computer and you could tell it to do things.
But I do not remember a time when I could text and get a Google-like answer.
Maybe I made this up. I don't know.
Was it like Miss Cleo? Are you calling Miss Cleo?
Have you ever called Miss Cleo?
I feel attacked.
Oh my God. Have you?
No. Okay, one time. I called her in a college one time.
How much did
I
you
don't
pay
remember
for this?
how much it cost. I do remember that it was ridiculous. It was absolutely absurd.
Have you ever, like, what? Did you have buyer's remorse afterwards?
Yeah. Well, it was all stupid. I was just
so
really going
like
through
good
something.
Answers?
No, I don't even remember what we talked about. And I just feel like if I called her, I must have been going through something serious.
Like the people that call into the Sue Johansson show?
What's the Sue Johansson show?
It's where it's where you call in, or she'll just like do shows and tell people about their sex lives and show them how to use their toys.
Sue Johansson?
I think that's her name.
Who is she?
She's an old lady. that knows her stuff. Like
It's an old lady with a sex talk show.
We used to just watch it for fun. Probably when we were too young to watch it, but
I've never heard of this in my whole entire life.
Our next episode
is it on now?
I don't know if she still does it.
Is she still alive? I have a lot of
Google.
questions. Okay, we'll look her up.
Hey,
Sue Johansson.
we can use Google to do this.
Thank
She
God.
knows all the things. She'll tell you how to find that spot.
She has all the answers that Google probably doesn't. I just want to know who she is. Like, an old lady with a talk show about sex makes me like, I love her already.
She's entertaining.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll do after this.
Okay.
Just watch Sue Johansson.
We got way off track here.
It's fine.
From the you said 1986 and now we've ended up here.
Probably into the 2000s.
I love us a lot.
Early 2000s.
Oh, was her talk show?
That's what I would guess.
Okay.
Mid 2000s maybe.
Never heard of that.
Okay. So I found a lot of my info on Murderpedia, apnews.com, the Herald Leader, which is now Kentucky.com, A Murder Most Foul, and Lethal Ladies Blogspot.
A Murder Most Foul. I like that. I've used that for a couple things. That's a good blog, you guys, if anybody's looking for that. But we'll put all the sources in the show notes.
So in April of 1986 in Lexington, Kentucky, LaFonda Faye Foster, who was 22, and Tina Marie Hickey Powell, who was 27.
Tina Marie Hickey Powell.
T. Hickey. T. Powell.
That's her rap name.
T. Hicks.
LaFoster. LaFonda Faye
Foster.
That's a name right there.
It is. LaFonda.
Like you get mad at her. LaFonda Faye.
Oh, that's a good one. But Tina Marie Hickey Powell. No.
It's not as satisfying.
No. Okay, so these murders were considered cocaine-fueled spree killers and gangland style killing spree.
Ooh.
Like mass
by
murderers.
2 women.
Yeah.
Do they all at once?
In the span
of
like
killing, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like just tons of murders happening throughout years or anything. It was just
all
like in an evening.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. It was a murder spree, a bizarre spree of violence that left 5 friends dead and 2 others suspected in gangster style slayings.
So 5 people were killed.
Yeah.
By these 2 women. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. So around 4 p.m. on, I think I said the 23rd. Yep. Virginia Kearns called Lexington police complaining of 2 drunk women that refused to leave her apartment. When police arrived, they found Miss Kearns' wasty pants.
Ah.
So they were like, Miss Kearns, are you telling us the truth? Like, are these people really here bothering you, or are you just really drunk and you're just calling?
Do you have the hysteria?
Yeah.
You are female.
Are you just calling? Yeah. Are you on your period, ma'am?
Oh my God.
After police left, Foster and Powell headed to a party at a neighborhood apartment where Foster tried to sell a knife she had with her. So is this like pocket knife? And she's just like pulling it out and she's like, guys, like walking up to party attendants. Like, I don't know what kind of party this is. Is it just like an apartment party or?
She's just suddenly trying to sell whatever she's got
a
on
knife,
there, I guess. Okay.
So Foster and Powell went to that party, tried to sell a knife. While they were at the party, Virginia Kearns left to go to a nearby drugstore. And Foster and Powell were like, hey, we were just at her apartment. We're going to follow her around. So they threatened her again.
Do they know why they're threatening her?
No.
Or just stand up champs?
Yeah,
okay.
They're just really great citizens.
Okay.
So then they decided to follow her back to the apartment and demanded money from Virginia's husband, Carlos. He said that he would have to write them a check because he didn't have cash on him. And he did write them a check. So Foster decided to drive the Kearns, Virginia and Carlos, Keen, Sweet, and the Kearns housekeeper.
Who are Keen and Sweet? Other people?
Yeah, just people that are with them. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Okay. The housekeeper.
Yes, who is Trudy Harrell.
Okay.
They took them to a bait shop where she cashed the check. And I'm like, what?
A bait shop?
Why couldn't they go to a... Well, maybe if it was the evening, they can't go to a bank.
Why did they go with them?
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's like they might have thought we have to have you with us to get, since it's your check, we're going to cash. You know, you wrote the check.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe they thought they'd have a better chance of getting the cash.
How long has it been since you've had to go somewhere and cash a check? So Foster and Powell claimed they were raising money to buy a gram of cocaine. So they had started a GoFundMe for their cocaine problems.
This is the very first GoFundMe. It's where it all started.
Foster drove the group to a home of Lester Luttrell to get some money. Luttrell got into an argument with Foster, and Foster shot a bullet into his house and drove away.
Good Lord.
So they had a gun and a knife. 4 hours after all this began, Foster drove to a field where she and Powell made the 5 victims get out of the car and lie face down in the grass. She shot and stabbed Trudy Harrell, the housekeeper, Carlos, and Virginia Kearns. Trudy died at the scene after being ran over by the car.
So she shot them,
stabbed, and ran over.
If only she'd sold that knife.
I know. And
because I guess she still had the gun. It doesn't really
And poor
matter.
Trudy was dragged 225 feet under the car.
Oh, God.
Also, what kind of a car was it to where that would be possible? I don't know.
think they were as low to the ground then.
Yeah. She was.
I said that as if I really had
You
any.
have studied
And you
this.
were just like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably right, Megan.
Yeah,
I know
that's-
nothing about cars.
Let's go ask the guys across the street. She was shot in the back of the head, stabbed 5 times, and her face and chest and her throat was cut open.
Good Lord.
The Kearns were forced back into the car
After they'd been
witnessing
stabbed?
all of this. And Sweet and Keene were not injured at the time. Foster drove to a nearby bar where she claims she knows the manager. Hang on, guys. I gotta go in
I
here
have
real
friends
quick.
here.
I know this guy.
The Kearns have been stabbed and gotten back into the car.
Yeah.
And now they've gone to a bar.
Yeah, they're in the car at a bar. So are they just like so much blood loss at this point?
I
Where
don't
were they
know.
stabbed?
But even the people that you said weren't injured, Sweet and whoever.
yeah.
Why? Like
Weren't
they just
they
watched all
freaking
this
out?
happen?
I don't-
Okay.
yeah.
Keep going.
So she goes in and she's like, "Hey, manager guy, I need some bullets." And he gave her 4 of them.
Oh, God. Why didn't anybody run away? I don't understand.
I don't know. He said he did notice the occupants in the back seat and some blood on the driver's side door. But he didn't do anything.
I saw some blood, but I was just like,
You know
whatever, take
what?
some bullets. Here you go.
LaFonda's kind of wild anyways.
Oh, my God.
After she got the bullets, she took the group to a loading dock behind a paint store where she killed Powell. Where Powell killed Virginia Kearns. She too was shot, stabbed, and ran over. After killing Kearns, Foster went back to the bar to ask for more bullets. So she used the 4 on her. And the manager said, "No, ma'am. I'm not gonna do this time."
Yeah, I just gave you 4 bullets.
I
What
don't
happened
know.
to those?
Yeah, it's like when a little kid comes up to you and they're like, "Can I have more of this?" And you're like, "But I just gave you that."
Yeah.
Where'd
I
it
just
go?
gave you 4 bullets.
I just gave you
Also,
4
someone
pieces
was
of
in your
gum.
car now. Or someone was in your car
Yeah,
earlier.
and
Where'd
what-
they go?
What happened and why is your car all torn up? Like, what?
So both times, both of these instances where they've killed some people, they've shot, stabbed, and then ran them over with their
Yes.
cars. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
So after the manager said no, they decided to go to Foster's father's home to search for more bullets. He said he didn't have any. While Foster was with her father in the house, Carlos, Kearns, Keene, and Sweet begged Tina to help them.
Well, yeah.
She says that she can't because Foster has the car keys and she believes she could help them more by staying. Also, though, she clearly can let them out of the car. If Foster doesn't have a gun anymore because she doesn't, or she has a gun but she doesn't have bullets,
Yeah.
you can run faster than somebody can run after you and stab you with a knife.
Were Foster and Powell like a couple?
Yes. So
Okay.
Foster and Powell were lovers.
So I wonder if it's like, I feel like if we were reading or listening to a story where it was a man and a woman, like if LaFonda Faye Foster was a man,
Yes.
you'd be like Tina
Well,
Powell.
she's only doing this because she
Well, yeah.
lives in.
Tina Marie Hickey Powell, who has
Yeah.
entirely too many names. We'd
Yeah.
be like,
She
she's
Hickey.
a battered wife or abused girlfriend.
This is
who's
true.
never going to stand up to him and just goes along with it. You know what I mean?
This is true.
But it's like that kind of gets lost because we're talking about lesbians and people, forget. That
Well, and also
that
in
dynamic can still
1986,
exist.
people were not happy
Yeah.
about lesbians.
No, she could have let them go and didn't.
Yeah.
But maybe she was
But
afraid
also,
of what
what
would
if
happen to her.
what
'cause
if
this is her
Foster's
girlfriend.
dad lived out in like the boonies and there was nowhere to run?
Oh,
The hills have eyes.
That is like oh my God. Like if you get away from the murderer, but you're running through like cornfields.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And there's
Did
no way
you-
to be quiet
Oh!
because everything you step on cracks because you're in the field.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
She claims she couldn't help him because she has the car keys and she's going to help him more by staying. So this ties back to Powell's defense. She said that Foster overpowered her and she acted out of fear.
So it's Foster's the one who killed Virginia
Yeah.
and Trudy. Mm-hmm. So Powell hasn't killed anyone, but she's
Powell
just
killed Virginia Kearns.
Ah, shoot. There I was really pulling for
She helped kill Virginia Kearns.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Foster left her father's house and went to another bar. She's like, you know what? I may know a manager here.
I know this other guy too. I have a lot of friends.
He may have some bullets. Also, why did that manager give her 4? Was he like, I need to keep the rest of these in mine?
I don't know.
I don't know how many goes
I can
into...
spare 4? I don't know either. Again,
Is it...
As we've discussed
Was it a
before,
revolver? Was it a magazine clip?
I have no gun
I don't
knowledge.
know.
So they went to another... We've already murdered 2 people. We've got these 3 people in the back.
In the car,
We're going to stop at another public bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
In downtown Lexington.
It just seems like there were so many opportunities where these people should have been able to get away.
I know.
So it's even more upsetting to me that they didn't.
What I would have been like, I gotta pee really bad.
Just anything.
I gotta
just scream really loud. There's people around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Not okay.
She must have been completely terrifying.
Oh, I'm sure. A witness claimed that she asked her for some cash to buy cocaine. She's being real upfront about this, too. She's just going up to people in bars and being like, hey, I really need some cocaine. My GoFundMe didn't work earlier with the knife, so...
With the vape pawn shop or whatever.
Can you help a girl out? So she also said that she, in addition to asking for cocaine, asked for bullets. I
need money for cocaine. And also...
I need a couple bullets. Like, do people just...
There's 3 people in the car and I need 3 bullets. Thanks.
Open carry and they're just like, here's a couple bullets for you, sure.
Don't ask questions. This is weird.
Yeah. The witness said he or she saw Foster's car and asked about the blood and the occupants in the back. Foster told the witness she was going to shoot them too, meaning Kearns, Keen, and Sweet.
So she told them.
Yeah. Police had been alerted. The witnesses described Foster as having been drinking but was in control of herself. So are they just drinking and driving? How are they staying this drunk?
I feel like she must be completely terrifying. And maybe people, like, maybe this is the epitome of her crazy.
Yeah.
But she was probably, don't you think, like, there was probably a glimpse of it before. Like, people probably knew, like, LaFonda Faye is not a person you mess with.
Yeah. So she failed to get more money and bullets. So she took them to a field and decided to kill them. This time, the car was set on fire. Roger Keene was found pinned underneath the car. Foster and Powell then walked to a nearby hospital. Powell called for a taxi and Foster went to wash off the blood. In a hospital.
Was it just the nearest place? Or the nearest place that was open, maybe, that they could...
Why not go back to the bar where they're not going to really question what you're doing?
I don't know. Well, I mean, there's a lot of bad decisions.
Yes, there's a lot
of things we can question.
A lot of really bad things are happening. So while they're at the hospital, a nurse is like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
They're not patients here. What's going on? So she calls the police. Police were already at the hospital for another unrelated reason, and they arrested them for public intoxication and took them to the Fayette County Detention Center. While Powell was being booked, Foster went to the bathroom where she flushed her bloody shoelaces and socks. She exchanged her sweatpants with another inmate. Can you imagine being this other inmate and this like brand new person's coming up to you and being like, hey, I need your sweatpants. You're going to give me yours.
Let's be real cool about it.
Yeah.
No reason why you should say no. Mine had blood all over them. You can just wear them though.
It's fine.
But again, if an inmate traded I do need to see a picture.
She was very intimidating.
Because I'm like, there must be some reason.
Yes.
That people keep just like not saying no to her.
Yes. So the police were pretty suspicious already. After they obtained Foster's pants from the other inmate, they were able to link evidence back to the murders. While in jail, Foster bragged to a fellow inmate about committing the crimes and admitted to destroying the evidence. During the trial, Foster tried to plead insanity. Psychiatrists found her to be sane but extremely emotionally disturbed. You
Agreed.
think?
Yeah.
Foster also had
that diagnosis. I
think that
I agree with that diagnosis.
You're extremely emotionally. I mean, today we may be though. Today I feel
today's a rough day.
Today would be the day. Foster had a long criminal record, including prostitution, burglary, and various drug offenses. Powell had similar record, but wasn't as long or violent as Foster's. So Foster had been known to be.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. So people who probably knew her weren't gonna like.
Yes.
Like they're not. If she's driving drunk, they're just gonna look the other way. Because who's gonna? If she's already messed up, it's like I'm not gonna talk to her.
Right. So the timeline of it: around 9 p.m. Wednesday in a shopping center parking lot, police said Miss Kearns' body was found at 10:30 p.m. Half a mile away in the loading dock area of an office building. 10:12 a.m. Thursday. Police were called to investigate an automobile burning near a suburban road. Sweet was found behind the car, Keen under it, and Kearns inside. Kearns was alive, but he died a few hours later at a hospital in Lexington of burns and carbon monoxide poisoning.
So all of these people were friends?
Yes.
With her? with them, with each other.
Yeah. And Lieutenant John Bizak said that in that year, they had only had 4 other murders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was like, this is bizarre for Lexington.
And now it's
And now it's gone wild. It's hit the fan.
Not so unusual.
No.
Although, I mean, a big spree killing is still unusual.
Yes.
But murder itself is not.
The coroner was like, this is the weirdest thing. We've never had anything like this in Lexington. Powell and LaFonda Faye Foster killed Carlos Kearns, a semi-disabled Air Force veteran, his wife, Virginia Kearns, Trudy Harrell, who was a caregiver of Carlos, Jimmy Roger Keene, a neighbor who was there just chilling, drinking, and Theodore Sweet, a friend of Keene who visited often on the night of April 23rd to 24th, 1986.
So they were all just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep. The victims were shot, stabbed, and ran over with a car. Some were burned when the car was set on fire. So I guess when she no longer had a gun, she was just like, I'm just going to run you over.
I have a car.
So were the people, now that makes me wonder, were the people just like trying to run away from her? Was she like, oh, get out? Or were they stabbed? Like, were they
because she did
so freaked
knife,
out?
right?
Did she stab them, drag them out of the car? I don't know.
I don't know either. But God.
I don't know. So Powell told the parole board members on April 13th that she didn't remember all that happened on the night of the murders because she and Foster had been using cocaine and drinking for a week.
Oh.
Before this all happened. A week. God, what is that going to do to you? Also, how? I don't know how drugs work. I know how alcohol works. I don't know how drugs work.
Yeah, the same.
Like, how can you stay that high?
I don't know.
And that coherent?
Oh, man.
A week.
And they were driving all over the place.
Yeah. Powell told the jury at her and Foster's murder trial in 1987 that she dropped out of school in the 7th grade. So a clinical psychologist testified that Powell had an IQ of 78, which was a very low IQ. Like a lot lower than average.
Yeah.
Powell was sentenced to life in prison on one of the 4 murder counts and life without the possibility of parole for 25 years on the other 4. Foster was sentenced to death on all 5 counts. Kentucky Supreme Court returned this to the Fayette Circuit Court for a new sentencing trial. Foster pleaded guilty to all 5 counts in 1999.
So I guess they gave Powell a lighter sentence because it doesn't seem like she was as directly
right.
Like she didn't actually murder them, or she was.
Well, she helped murder the one.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yes,
which I guess that's the one she got the.
Yeah,
and with her lower IQ, she was probably pretty easily
swayed.
I don't know why I keep doing this though. I keep trying to take up for her somehow. Like she's the battered wife and she has lower IQ. Yeah, but I'm still just like. She's awful. I'm not a fan. I don't
She's
like
high
her.
As a kite.
I think I'm just trying to understand how this happened. And so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's always weird to me when there's more than one murderer. Because it's someone who's crazy enough to do a spree killing.
Where's the rationale here?
Right. And now there's 2 of them together in the same place at the same time carrying out this spree killing. Like what are the odds that the 2 of them were both capable of that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think I'm just trying to make sense of it.
I don't think that there's much sense.
No, there's not. I can't really apply reason to this, but I want to.
Yeah. These poor people.
My whole fascination is why do people do the things they do?
Oh my God, yeah. That's why I went into psychology. I don't do that though for a living.
Me too. That's my degree. Do we know that about each other? We had the same degree.
Mine's criminal justice and psychology.
Oh, mine's just psychology.
I was going to be a forensic psychologist. I'm far off that. Very far off that.
Aren't we both?
Yeah.
This is
so very true. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing this. Clearly.
This is definitely what my college professors had in mind.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be a better detective than my husband. It's fine.
Hey, Will.
Sorry, honey. The murders drew national attention, and Foster, who had been called Lexington's most infamous killer, became the inspiration for a film that received critical acclaim in the 1997 Sundance Film Festival.
I didn't know there was a movie about it.
I didn't either. And I've never watched it, but we probably should.
Okay, I'm going to look up the name of it so we
do
can...
it.
LaFonda Faye Foster.
Yeah.
Movie.
Sundance Film Festival.
It's called 100 Proof.
We'll have to watch it. Powell is housed at the Kentucky Correctional Institute for Women in Pewee Valley in Shelby County. And she and Foster have had numerous disciplinary violations while in prison. According to the State Department of Corrections, Tina Powell has a chance for parole in 2021. Foster was sentenced to death, which was commuted to life in 1991. Foster is housed at the Western Kentucky Correctional Complex in Lyon County. And yeah, they're still just hanging out there. It
Wow.
gives you addresses. I didn't put them down because I was like, I don't need these. And
Is
you can
it
clearly
like pen
Google.
pal type
Yeah,
things?
you can be their pen pals.
I keep finding that when I look up some of the people that we talk about on this podcast, and I'm like, ugh.
I know, I just
It kills me if there's
don't-
people out there who are like, I'm going to write you letters.
I just don't want to get into that.
No.
I mean, I do want to get into their minds, but not personally. Like, I don't want to
No.
face to
No,
pen
that
to
would mess
pen,
with me
paper
too
to paper.
much.
It would, yeah.
Well, you know,
don't
the
sleep
whole,
enough, so it would be.
Golden State Killer, Michelle McNamara.
Yes.
Like, that's basically a big part of, in my opinion, what led to her death
Oh yeah,
at such a young age.
drove her.
Yeah, she got too involved, and it of course it would mess you up. Like, you were depressed
she was
and
so
anxious,
focused
and,
on it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's all she.
and you're getting
ate,
in that
slept,
head of that serial
breathed.
killer.
Yeah. Ooh.
So yeah, no, I don't want to get into the head. Plus, you know, you're gonna write. What kind of meaningful conversation are you gonna have?
Exactly.
With
hey,
either
I
of
heard
these
you
women.
killed these people.
It'll just be a bunch of lies, if anything.
Right, and
you
are
know?
you even allowed? Like, I know that they filter through the inmates' mail. Are you allowed to write them about that stuff, or do you?
Let's just I'm gonna write you and pretend it didn't happen.
Yes.
How you doing?
Exactly. Like, what do you say? And
I
it
don't
drives me
know.
crazy. Like those attractive men,
No,
criminals, people will write them and be like, "I want to have your baby.
I don't understand it either.
I want to come visit you
Like, look,
because you're
nobody's
in
that
jail."
desperate. All right, well,
That was mine. What are
that
you
was
gonna
another
do?
feel-good story.
It was so good. I do these all the time. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is a podcast
It
about
is.
witches, magic, murder, and mystery.
And if you all didn't like it, you wouldn't listen to it.
Correct.
What are you gonna do?
So mine next week is going to be about. It actually is not a feel-bad story.
Okay.
It's just a mystery. It's just a straight-up mystery.
Okay.
Nobody dies
Oh, good.
or disappears or anything.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I'm excited. It's not even about people.
Wait.
It's about a book.
Okay.
A very mysterious book.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
love
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening and tuning in, following along our crazy lives.
Yeah, it's been really, like we keep saying, it's really, really fun to hear from you guys and just to see all of you listening. It's really fun.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Instagram at Witches Magic Murder Mystery.
Good job.
And if you have any local stories,
Uh-huh.
it could be great. It would be great if you had Kentucky stories, but even if you just have any stories
That
from where
you want
are,
us to share with our world of listeners.
witches, magic, murder, or mystery,
Yeah.
you can email those.
To witchesmagicmurdermystery@gmail.com.
Thank you. I didn't
You're
want to say it again. Yeah, that's it. We'll talk to you next week.
Next week. See ya.